All right, it's the usual walk and talk with the dogs and get caught up with Blender or Substance Painter, whatever the topic might be. So yeah, I finished the housekeeping modeling yesterday, and there's a couple of tweaks that I still want to do to the model, and then we're going to unwrap it. I did a little test yesterday using a few different methods of unwrapping. First thing I always try, I'm going to try, depending on what the object is, and when I look at it, I say, is this going to look all right with Smart UV Project, where, stuff is kind of all over the place? A lot of times it does, but I tried that on the case of the Fallout 4 terminal, and for the most part, it was okay, because I had the case as its own material. I mean, it got its own UV. The textile density was okay. Good enough, especially when I brought the resolution up to 2K. But I was getting some seams, and I was having trouble. They were right on top. That's the thing. You don't know where it's going to put the seams, where it's going to break the islands apart. And I could do some fancy work to get rid of them, for sure. But then I said, okay, I'm going to try a couple of different ways. I tried Cube Project. It was giving me a similar issue. And then I said, you know what, I'm just going to go in and put some seams here and there. And look, I'm not that great at unwrapping myself. When it comes to manual unwrapping, I try this, try that, try to think logically about it. Anyways, what I would do is I would try something and see how it worked. And pretty much the first thing I tried worked much better. So I may show you both. You'll see what the Smart UV Project does and show you where the seams are. Maybe how I could get rid of them. Although if that's starting to take a while, because it's a little bit more complicated than just using triplanar projection in Substance Painter. But if I decide against that, I may just show you what I'm doing. And then some of the other stuff is okay for Smart UV Project. The knobs I generally just unwrap, or I'll put a seam and I'll unwrap them. They do better than, you don't want to do a knob with Smart UV Project and you break all the pieces of the knob apart. What's the sense of that? Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to be using a mixture of it, and then we're going to do some texturing. I may use the texture that we created, the Smart material, for the ACs, the air conditioners that I did for The Last of Us, where I showed the creation of that material, and maybe link you to that. I know it's awkward if you're watching and you want to see the whole thing. It's just, some of this stuff really takes time. We'll put some alphas on it and stuff like that. All right, so that's what's coming next. I hope to do the texturing of that, and I hope to finish the texturing tonight in one more video. If not tonight, which it's Sunday today, if not tonight, it's going to be tomorrow. I also have to do a little bit of music. I mean, I talked to you about my music channel, and it's slow going for that, starting out again. And so I want to do a little bit of that. And it's weather dependent. If it's cool enough, I got an upstairs studio, I can sing. But if it's really hot, it's just it's a drag to do it. So we'll see what I can get done, on top of the fact that I just took my kids out for a couple hours. Now I'm taking the dogs out, and I'll have to buy groceries, and life gets in the way of Blender, doesn't it? All right. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day, and maybe we'll see you tonight.